We're mining Uranus. This is Space Madness. Shit talkers too, by the way.
That's okay.
It's brotherly love.
And our balls off in the slaughterhouse, which is connected to the side of my house, which is not a room you want to be in. And we got the air conditioning in here, you know, and I try to put the flyers up and just shit that inspires me. And like, this is our room, this is our church. It says right there, you know, enrollment 42. I stole that out of the church next door in my yard, dude. It's an old Baptist church. My landlord bought it to turn it into a bar. And because it has black mold blurring on the walls, which I went in and found out by standing in there, he can't use it, so I stole that sign out of it. But in a Baptist church that was in East Austin, they had attendance. They had the last Sunday attendance. They had the offering. It was like $36 or some shit. Like, these people were keeping tally of how many people came to Sunday school, how many enrolled, who brought their fucking Bible. God damn.
We're not a Christian band, by the way.
So that made it our church. This is the church of Uranus, you know?
The Church of Uranus? Okay.
You know, like, this is where we make what we make. Like, if we didn't have this room, we wouldn't be the band that we were. Am I right? Like, we are very fortunate to have this room. Seriously, like, we play here 24/7. We can play till 3 in the morning. We can play whenever the fuck we want, whatever night we want, as loud as we want, for as long as we want, and nobody ever fucks with us. This is our fucking, you know what I mean? This is just our home. This is
the church.
Yeah.
These are the people.
This is the congregation.
Yeah, the congregation.
Like us or hate us.
And we're gonna make sure you.
What was it? The 11th year anniversary apparition party. It's a skateboard company.
Oh yeah, it's a skateboard shop. Apparition Skateboards.
Pretty gnarly.
Yeah, Apparition. Troy from Apparition Skateboards. He opened the shop like 11 years ago, and he's had a party every year.
Yeah.
And this year we got the 11-year party. Yeah, and his daughter Michelle is super cool, and me and Jeff both shop at Apparition Skateboards. We buy all our shit there.
It's a shout out for Apparition Skateboards.
Shout out to Apparition Skateboards, to Troy and his daughter Michelle, two of the most beautiful skateboarders in the world. They support us and we support them.
Also, Pete over at Broke Neck.
Pete, Broke Neck. We gotta give a shout out to Broke Neck DIY. The warehouse. Where a bunch of skaters and punk rock kids live, and they built a fucking cement hole in it, and they rent out some of the space to bands for practice spaces to pay the rent on that warehouse to support a scene that they want to keep going. Broken Neck is about throwing punk rock shows to raise money to build that bowl, to raise money to pay the rent for those kids that live there. It's about supporting your scene. It's about, you know what I mean, like being brothers. You know, so all the bands play there for free. It's $10 a head when you go into fucking Broken Neck, but that is for rebar and for cement, and that is for rent, and that is for the dumpster bill at Broken Neck. Like, it's just not about rock and roll anymore. It's just about everybody supporting each other and doing our own part, like putting on our own.
It's like a musical
way.
support
Yeah,
family.
you know. So my introduction into music was in '94. I played in a band called Goat 45, and I'd been playing drums about 8 months when I was picked up by that band. I was kind of thrown into the scene. I still suffer from stage fright, but from '94 to '96, like we did pretty good. And I got into drugs and fucking didn't play music again until 2001, which was Fuck Emos and Goat 45 at the Ritz on 6th Street. One of the last shows that was played at the Ritz, like in the theater upstairs, like punk rock show. I didn't touch a drum set for 17 years, and then I started this band with Shane, and that's it. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your introduction on your history. We've heard from Sean, so now I believe he passed it on to Shane this time. So now I'm pointing at Shane and Jeff, the bassist. So if y'all want to, like Sean did, introduce yourselves and how this all developed and came together.
Man, that's a crazy story.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Is it on me finally?
Yes, it is on you.
Oh wow, fuck, right? Yeah, shit, I've always been like into like heavy metal and really cool, I don't know, gnarly music, Dax rigs, slow stuff, acid bath,
Yeah.
really cool like melodic stuff. And I don't know, I watched all my friends be in all these other badass bands and just make it, and I don't know, and they were all just inspiration towards me doing my own thing, and I kind of found my own little niche in the music where I wasn't really too good at one thing, but I just kind of compensated everything. I don't know how to say it. But yeah, I met this fucker, and we started jamming under the band named The Zeal, and we jammed for about, I don't know, almost about a year.
No, it was about like 3 months.
Was it?
Yeah, it was only like 3 months.
Well, when you're on drugs, time goes by, I guess. But he moved away, came back, and I was like, hey, shit, let's get the band back together. We started jamming again. Then next, he gets a hold of Trevor Wallace, and Trevor got us a show at the Hole in the Wall for the 4th of July. What was it?
Beto.
Oh, that Beto thing last year. I did a commercial for them.
Every badass band was playing that day, like Jesus Christ,
Superfly.
Yeah, like everybody was there.
Everybody, I think Pocket Fisherman got in on that.
Yeah,
And
we were the first band to go on, and we played a 30-minute set. We had 6 songs. Well, 5 songs?
But when we started jamming again, we called ourselves Grip 45. Well, we got an email from Trevor saying, "Oh, this is Beto O'Rourke's show," and our first flyer had like a pistol pointed right at you. So Trevor's all like, "Dude, this is like some Democrat stuff, like no guns."
Yeah, like.
So Sean came up, he's like, "Well, let's change the name." I'm like, "Fuck it, right?" And basically, we've been seeing those titty bingo stickers everywhere, but never heard of the fucking music or whatever. No offense to nobody, but
yeah,
I just see the sticker.
It was a gimmick,
everywhere.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I was like. I want a bumper sticker on everybody's car that says like something funny, and they don't even know it's a band. They'll just put it on their car just for the fuck of it.
Yeah.
And I was joking around, and I was like, "How about traversing Uranus?" And Sean's like, "That's too fucking smart." And I was like,
nobody will know what traversing is.
And I was like,
you know what I mean? Like people, you gotta dumb it down a little. So
I was fucking around. And I was like, "How about mining Uranus, like drilling Uranus?" Well, I guess he went home and talked to his buddy Grant Dorian, and he came.
Lots of people getting shout outs here, folks.
And he laughed his ass off.
He fucking called me the next day, "Bro, it's mining Uranus now. It's mining Uranus. Everybody fucking loves it." Like, all right. And that's how fucking Mining Uranus kind of.
And what did
so
Trevor,
that's where the name came from.
What did Trevor say when I told him? I sent Trevor the name. New name is Mining Uranus. He said I liked Grip 45 better. And that's when I knew we had to keep it. For sure.
Like,
I just know it's a funny name.
you know how scientists and shit will be like, it's Uranus, not Uranus.
No.
So properly it would be mining Uranus. And just the dirty people would say like, hey, you're mining Uranus. That's some fucked up shit. And, oh, you're the fucked up fuck for doing that shit. You know what I'm saying?
How's everybody doing tonight? Like to thank Mrs. J over here, the band in my bedroom tonight. Thank you, Mrs. Nina.
Thanks for the shout out.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming out again. The next song is... Alright, this next song is as black as this man's heart. One, two, fuck you!
sum some shit up real quick. So
Yeah.
when Shane and I started jamming, this was 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Shane and I was way deep in my addiction. I spent 22 years as a heroin addict. I've been clean 3 years. August
Wonderful.
29th was 3 years that I've been clean from controlled substances. I don't claim to be sober. I'm just fucking clean. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Right.
I smoke weed and I do what I do. But when I met him,
Yeah.
he was the dispatcher at Labor Ready. Do you know what Labor Ready is?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
There
so
was
he was
Pace
dispatcher
Setters.
at Pacesetters.
I was a
And I was
dispatcher
doing
at Pace
things
Setters.
connected at 4:30 in the morning over acid bath, just talking, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so I had
Cool.
all this money, and I went to Tommy's drum shop, and I spent $1,200 on a used Pearl Export Series kit. Remember the gray kit? Fucking amazing, beautiful drum set. And he would come over and jam with me, and, you know, on this big drum set in the fucking projects in the living room. But I was still really fucked up on drugs, and my mind wasn't there. I wanted to play music, but I couldn't really focus. And we were jamming like off and on, and then I moved away to Jasper, and I got sent to prison. So I went to prison in 2016. I got out in December of 2017. I did almost 2 years. And when I got to the halfway house, the first thing I did when I got a phone was I got on Facebook, you know, and one of the first messages I got was from this dirty son of a bitch that said, "Let's get the band back together."
True story.
And when I was in prison, there was 2 things I wanted. I wanted a fucking skateboard, and I wanted a fucking drum set. This is it. This is all I need to live. This is all I wanted. And when he hit me up with the message, "Let's get the band back together," it was like, all right, let's see what we can do. And this band was started, so I bought this drum set for $150 with no cymbals at a pawn shop. And you gotta look, so you see this fucking Sears Stratocaster? This is a Sears, we looked it up, it's a 1979 Vantage Sears Stratocaster. It was sold for maybe, I don't know, $79, like in the fucking catalog. This was lent to us by my neighbor Tommy with a voodoo amp, a small voodoo amp. And Mining Uranus was started with this guitar, a small voodoo amp, and that drum set with no cymbals. What, almost a year and a half ago, right? And we worked him up. We bought that fucking Marshall from the dude that lent us this. We bought that head at a fucking pawn shop for $60. We bought the Ibanez. You know what I mean? Like all this shit. Like this band didn't just happen. Like me and Shane have like put in some fucking work.
We've been fucking pining. We've been fucking just.
And this
Pining and mining.
this great motherfucker right here. So Jeff, I met Jeff through my best friend Clutch. We won't say how we all know each other, but Jeff was introducing me by Clutch because he knew I wanted to start skating again, and Jeff skated, and he was like, "You should start skating with Jeff." So me and Jeff started skating on Sundays, just skating on Sundays, going to the skate park, hanging out, and he started coming to our shows. And it was a Kick Butt Coffee show where Chris Burns was there, and he decided to do our demo that night, like told us, well, it changed everything. But that was the night that Jeff came up and said, "I can play those songs, dude. Like I can play those songs if you want to jam." And me and Shane, we always wanted a bass player, but I told Shane, one's just gonna come. Like, let's just kick it out as a 2-piece. Let's give people what we got and just go. Like, let's just go with it. And then Jeff came along, and then, you know, it changed, and Chris did the CD for us, and that changed us. And then I just think, like, it's just evolving. Like, it doesn't happen overnight. But we have a new member coming on, Bryce Miller. He's gonna be our lead guitar player. He's you know, he'll probably, his first show will be King Fest. We've decided he's not gonna play the Jason Austin show, but he is another. We're all a family here. We're all quarters. Right now we're thirds. He's a third, and I'm a third. But when Bryce joins the band, we're all in quarters, and we all put our quarter input in, and it all becomes a family. It all becomes a melded sound. Not you know what I mean? There's no ego in this band. He's not better than me. I'm not better than him. You know what I mean?
So
we're just a fucking family.
Jam.
Yeah, we just want to play music. You know what I mean? And
It's a true collaboration.
And it's evolved, and it's still evolving. Like, I'm fucking guarantee you, when you guys hear Bryce, like when I don't know how to explain it. Like when we add this other member, like the band's gonna change. Like we're about to start writing all new music, and me and him have been waiting. We've been waiting to write new music, but I guess for a reason. You know what I mean? So it's like.
Wait. Let's tell them the name of our newest fucking album we're writing. Weapons of Ass Destruction.
Oh no.
That's right.
So yeah, this like I guess. I think I told Shane, like, when we first started jamming, like, I know a lot of people in the scene, like, all the people I played with in the 90s, Flannery, Grant, fucking Nathan, like, a lot of people are dead, a lot of people are not around anymore, but the few of us that are still around from that era that are playing are fucking killing it. And it's a shitty thing to say, but it doesn't mean shit about what you know in the music scene, it's who you know. It's a fucking fact. It sucks. It's a shitty thing to say, but it's true.
Yeah.
If you know the right people, you're gonna get better show. You know what I mean? Like if you have a little insight to the scene, you have a little better chance. But I just wanted people to give us a chance, and it's taken a year. You know what I mean? It's taken a year for us to get where we are right now.
Well, in a year, we've already played like what, almost 40
We've averaged
shows,
like 2 shows a month in the first year? Since July 4th, we've averaged like 2 shows a month, which is pretty hard to do in Austin.
Sometimes 4 shows.
Yeah, we played 3 or 4 shows in 1 month, which is really stressful, but yeah, dude, yeah, I'm rambling, but
So pretty much the band is still continuing to evolve.
Oh, the band.
It's
Our
developing.
sound is evolving.
It's evolving.
It started out almost like a metal mix, and now it's almost going towards like a soul power metal. Like it's like the vocals are changing more. Like it's more like crooning instead of like just metal screams. Because I can do like all the metal shit. It's just I want to separate my band from everybody else's band. We want to be something else, something different. Yeah. But we also want to be something just to jam to. We don't try to overcomplicate everything. And
we're not Tool.
Yeah,
We're not Tool. For sure.
I mean, we're not the best musicians, but we know how to lay it down, and we know what we want to play, and we know what we want to hear, and that's basically what we do. And we're all basically skaters. I stopped skating about 10 years ago, but these guys still skate. And all our stuff's basically like skate music, and I think that's what skaters can relate to us. I mean, they really love our stuff over at Broken Neck.
Yeah, Broken Neck.
In
they
the
really like
Apparition
to
Party,
skate and
like,
play. Yeah, like it's just like I don't know. It's a you know. Have you ever heard of the power of positive thinking?
Yes.
So the power of positive thinking is a theory that you bring what you attract. Like if you put love out to the universe, you will attract love back from the universe. When you put out negativity and act like a dick and talk shit about people, fucked up shit's gonna happen to you. And we just tried to be just not rock stars or fucking badasses. We just play what we fucking play, and if you like it,
we just go out there and have fun. I mean,
yeah, like it doesn't
It's all
matter.
about having
We're
fun
not trying
and
to be
being-
classified in this town. Like we've been called grunge, we've been called skate rock, we've been called metal, we've been called punk rock. And I was really thinking about it today, and like if you really sum up fucking Mining Uranus, we're rock and roll. We are fucking rock and roll. We don't haul ass, we don't technical it out. We fucking play, you know what I mean? Like we just play, we just jam it out. Like we're not thinking it, and you know what I mean? Like what we play is just what's come out of me and Shane in the last year. And Shane and Jeff, I'm sorry, has added his fucking 2 cents. You know, and I cannot be happier. Jeff is evolving. The way Jeff plays songs now, from the way he learned them, it's 2 different worlds. Like. And this is not bragging, but I've been told like our last 3 shows. The last 3 shows, every show I've been told by other bands, that's the best I've ever heard you. Spliff said that at Broken Neck. And then at Apparition, Amber was like, that's the best set you've ever played. Like we're evolving, like we're getting better, we're not, you know what I mean? Yeah, in the dark.
In the
Yeah,
dark.
we played in
In
the
the
dark.
pitch dark.
Pitch dark, like
So it's yeah, in the dark. It was a skate contest, and this dude had a big ass 4-wheel drive, and he turned his KC lights on for the band that was before us, Erebus. My friends in Erebus, and they had lights, you know, and they were all jamming in the light, and everything was great. Well, homeboy got drunk, and he wanted to go to bed, so he took off in his truck, and the light went away, and we went on. There we were in a dark corner next to a warehouse with people. Yeah, it was fucking amazing, dude. It was awesome. But yeah, we played in the dark.
Wow. Well, that's all very interesting. You know, it's just so natural the way this interview, if you will, just kind of rolled out of you guys. You know, and that's wonderful. That's great.
All right, guys, this next song is a old term. If you're older like me, this song is called ganked. It's about taking something that doesn't belong to you.